Hello students, welcome to the first chapter of our syllabus of EHFV, that is electric hybrid and fuel cell vehicles. In the case of the first chapter, that is always an introduction chapter. So first we will start basically from the earlier time, that is from the history of the vehicles, and then slowly we will learn about the components, the layout and the different methods that are used for the electric vehicles and hybrid vehicles, also for the fuel cell vehicles. There is a separate chapter for the fuel cell vehicle as well, to see the generation of the fuel cells, to see the different types of the fuel cells that can be used in the vehicle. So let's start the first chapter, that is an introduction of the electric, hybrid and fuel cell vehicles. First, the history of the electric, hybrid and fuel cell vehicles. First, we will see how the vehicle works. Basically a simple schematic structure that you can see right now on the screen. The first is at the most bottom, that is the pure gasoline, which means the pure petrol vehicle. In the case of the pure petrol vehicle, you can see that our engine is connected with our transmission system, and further it is connected with our wheels with the help of the drive shaft. Right, that we have already learned in the subject, that is automobile engines, basics of automotive systems, etc., etc. We know all the things about the vehicles that are used on the petrol and diesel. The difference between the hybrid and electric vehicles compared to our normal petrol or IC engine vehicles, you can see in the structure. First, in case of the hybrid vehicles, you can see that battery is connected with our control system. That control system is further connected with our engine. Right. So the engine gets the power from the battery, also from the gasoline power as well. Also, that is further transmitted with the help of the motor and generator assembly, that you can see M/G, that is a motor and generator assembly, which is connected with our engine as well as battery. So motor can take the power from the engine as well as battery as well, and that motor is further connected with our transmission system. So in the case of the hybrid vehicles, you are seeing that there is one extra component compared to the gasoline engine, that is the motor. Right. So engine is further connected with motor, and that motor further transmits the power with the help of transmission system, drive shaft, and finally to the wheels. Right. So also motor gets the power from the battery as well. The hybrid systems are designed depending on the different requirements, such as in some vehicles, when the power is very lower or when the load is very lower, or in the case of the idle condition, when for example we are steady or we are in the idle condition at the traffic signal, then at that time the engine will 100% be in the stop condition, and the power for the idling of the vehicle will go only from the battery. So the biggest advantage here is that the fuel will be saved, and also the pollution or the emissions will be very lower. Right, as we know that during the idle condition the engine generates most number of the emissions, right, that we have already learned. So In the case of the idling condition, if we are transmitting the power from the battery, then it will also consume the lesser amount of fuel. Also the number of emissions, the quantity of emissions will be zero during the idling condition, as we are using the electric power. The emissions during the production of the electrical energy will still be there if we are using the coal operation. If we are using the non-renewable resources for the electric generation, then also the pollution will again be reduced, right? So electric energy does not provide the pollution from the vehicle, but during the production of the electricity, the pollution is generated, right? So that is a smaller case that again needs to be solved, but for that first the electric vehicle needs to be increased, right? In the first or topmost figure, you can see the pure electric vehicle. In that, the battery is connected with motor and generator assembly. With that, the drive shaft is connected and the power is transmitted. So you can see that hybrid is the combination of the pure electric and pure gasoline vehicle. Right? You can see both of them. If we combine them, it becomes hybrid vehicle. If we can create an easy and 100% electric vehicle, then the cost or the fuel consumption will be reduced, so we can get the non-renewable energy sources that is being there in the atmosphere. Also the emissions will become zero from the vehicle. Again, the production of the electrical will generate some emissions, but from the vehicle the pollution will be zero. Here you can see the simple history of our automobile vehicles. In that you will see the electric vehicles as well. The first steam engine was developed in 1769. The vehicle or the first IC engine was developed in 1806 year. After that, there was a specific era for the electric vehicle from 1890 to 1924. Right, the electric vehicles was developed, was used, was also being purchased by the customers as well, but in very small amount. There was a very big problem in case of electric vehicle was the range. It was very short range at that time of the electric vehicle. So in the 1924, when one auto show was being organized, there was not a single EV presented in there. So there was an end of an era of our electric vehicle. After that, an era came, that is an gasoline car era, which is petrol cars. That run from 1924 to 1960. The petrol car dominated all the vehicles, and we almost use that petrol cars for the vehicles. The electric cars became obsolete during 1924 because of the very shorter range. So it cannot be used for a longer distance for the transportation as well. After that came the concept prototype of the design of the EV that was started in 1960. After that, the limited production of the electric vehicles started. In the case of the 1980, you can see the incorporate technology advance came in the EVs, electric vehicle design. The first generation of electric vehicle was being constructed in 1990, and from the 2000 again you can see the hybrid vehicles has eclipsed the electric vehicle. Again the hybrid vehicles came, and that hybrid vehicles overcame the electric vehicles because there was still a problem of the longer range in that case of electric vehicles. If we are using the hybrid, then we are using the advantage of both the vehicles, that is petrol vehicle and also electric vehicle. So hybrid vehicles started in 2000. Right now we are developing so many electric vehicles. The company that we know, Tesla, that they are doing it from a long time. Also now there are local companies, that is Suzuki, also Honda, Tata, Hyundai, all of them have started manufacturing the electric vehicles, and they are going to sell it from almost from the next year or after that year. and the target of the government is to switch over to the 50% of the vehicle in the case of the electric vehicle up to 2030. Right, that is a very big target comparing the population and comparing the number of vehicles that India uses. Right, so that is going to be a very difficult task. Now you can see the economic and environmental impact of our electric and hybrid vehicles. You can see here that cars and trucks are responsible for the 25% of the CO2 emission. We are only talking about the cars and trucks. Other vehicles, other goods vehicles are different, right? The public buses, the transportation buses. So total you can say that 37 to 38% of the CO2 emissions is being generated by the automobiles, right? So CO2, as we can all understand, that it creates a greenhouse effect. It is increasing the temperature of the earth, right? So that has to be decreased and can be decreased by the help of the electric vehicles. Right, NOx will also reduce, which are known as the greenhouse gases as well. So you can see in the graph that transportation is the second most providing the CO2 emission. The highest is still the industrial emission, but the second most is, we can see, the transportation, which is an automobile vehicles that produce the CO2 emissions. Also the economical and environmental impact, you can see here that the reserves that we right now have, right, the reserves of the fossil fuels, the petrol, diesel and the petroleum, right, that will end if we are consuming it at the same rate, and that will end around 2038. So there is a requirement of the alternate source for the vehicle, right? So because of these criteria, the electric and hybrid vehicles needs to be generated at a faster pace. The last, here you can see the emission, the GHG emissions that you are seeing is the greenhouse gases, and AP emissions that you can see is an air pollutants. Right, greenhouse gases such as CO2, NOx, and air pollutants such as carbon monoxide, hydrocarbons, sulfur dioxide, etc., etc. So you can see that electricity produced, if it is produced 100% from the renewable energy or from the nuclear energy, then the GHG emissions will be around 5.11 grams per vehicle, and air pollutants will be 0.195. If you compare that from the electricity produced from the 50% of the natural gas, that is an fossil fuel, and the second 50% from the renewable energy, it jumps the GHG emissions to 77, almost 14 times the emissions. And the AP emissions, that is air pollution, it jumps to 0.296, almost double to earlier. And if the electricity is produced 100% from the natural gas, then again the pollution jumps to 150 almost. That is almost 20 times from the electric energy that we are generating from the renewable energy sources. And the AP emissions are almost 5 times. Right, so also there will be requirement of electric energy generation from the renewable sources, also from the nuclear energy. Right, so this was all the basics about the history and the basics of the electric energy and the economic and emission impact or environmental impact of those vehicles that will provide in our atmosphere. So from the next lecture we will start about the drivetrains of the electric and hybrid vehicles. Until then, thank you so much.